Greetings. This is Catherine Grace with Catherine Grace Reports. I am making another video here, and let's hope that it goes well. This video today will be addressing the social media frenzy right now concerning Rebecca Percy. And currently the subject is finances. That's where Rebecca has taken this. So I'm going to respond. I am going to say now that I won't be spending the next 2 months of my live streaming with Rebecca and everything that she's saying. That won't be happening. But I am making recordings and answering some of the things that get said. People seem to think that they have inside information and they talk, and then I realize, yeah, well, they don't exactly have the full picture here. So I'm going to address some of that, and I'm going to talk about the GoFunds. The first thing is that Rebecca had 2 GoFunds when she was at my house. There were also outside gifts of checks and gift cards sent through the mail. People wanting to avoid the GoFund percentage that they take. There were people who put checks in the mail and they put gift cards in the mail, as well as gifts. While Rebecca was at our house, she had her own post office box. She was the only key holder. Rebecca was the only person who had a key to her post office box. Between the 2 GoFunds that Rebecca had when she was at my house, which I only knew about the one, and then going and backtracking, I realized that there were 2. But anyway, so while she was at my house, she received over $9,000 in GoFund contributions in 15 months' time. She also had her own business that she did make money from. I saw the packages go out, so I know that she sold these neck warmers that she made, and she made money from that. The GoFund that Rebecca wrote when she was at my house was written as a benefit to my daughter. Yet Rebecca never gave my daughter so much as a dime. And she did not give my daughter so much as a dime. And not only that, but in the beginning, my daughter was paying Rebecca until, her finances became so where she wasn't able to do that. And while Rebecca never gave my daughter a dime, which my daughter wasn't standing, none of us were standing with our hand out. Good cripes. This is what is so irritating to me for Rebecca to turn it into this. Because she wants to deflect the true character flaw here. And anyway, while Rebecca was at my house, living at our house, we didn't expect her to pay anything. We didn't ask her to pay anything. She did, however, send one of her friends in England money to help her save her apartment. So I don't know how much money that was. I just know that it happened. And again, this isn't about money as much as Rebecca says or would like to say this is about money. No, it's not. It's just the pattern. It's just her pattern to deflect the true conflict of character here. Oh, let me see. Goodness gracious. This is part of the emotional roller coaster that I talk about. Rebecca has everybody on social media. The roller coaster is up at the top of the hill. Everybody is on the ride. Everybody has their emotional buttons pushed. Their emotions are strong right now. And that's how it goes. And that's how it goes. And there was a lady on Twitter that she was talking about how I had gotten in over my head financially with Rebecca. Excuse me. I'm like, seriously? No kidding. None of us had any idea that it was going to go the way that it did and expenses would be the way that they were. And we haven't asked Rebecca for any money. We borrowed over $6,000 from my sister-in-law to get Rebecca out on bail. We haven't asked for payment for that. Rebecca knows that we did that. And the first thing that she does when she moves from our house to go to Texas, writes a fraudulent GoFund. That's exactly what happened. So when you people are talking, go back and check first. And while you people on Twitter are playing this out in your tweets and everything else, some of us are living this in our lives. And we're not appreciating that we are being disparaged because Rebecca wants support. Rebecca should be able to talk about her case, try to gain support for her case without disparaging other people. But a good majority of the time, up until now, it's been all about disparaging people. And the video that I did last night explains carefully about the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals and the whole immigration case. Rebecca has had due process. She has been in this country for 4 years. She has been with Wendy for 2 years. And Wendy will jump on people on Twitter and say that people are just trying to hurt Rebecca more, God bless you and everything else. That is so disingenuous and is so wrong. Rebecca has lived with Wendy for 2 years. How many days has she worked a job? How many days has she gone to school? And that is why there is the predicament that there is going into the Ninth Circuit hearing. Because she can't go up and say, well, this really did happen to me, and this is what I have done to prove to you that I truly want to live in your country. I truly need your protection. I need to be safe. Instead, she's gone on social media and tried to create this platform that is don't question the survivor, which is not safe for survivors. And has spent her time on social media or not, or indulging herself in whatever it is that she felt like for the day. Crafts, crayons. I'm not exaggerating. Those are true posts that I saw. And Rebecca and Wendy want to act as though the problems that Rebecca had were exclusive to my home and my home situations. If you wanted to believe that, and if that were true, then how is it that Rebecca can go to a home that testified vehemently that they were in love with their husband was in love with them, they had 32 years of marriage, grown children, children that they had brought into, or other adults that they had brought into their home as children, for boys. And now where are all of those people? Wendy and Rebecca, don't get on social media and talk about that aspect of it. I could, but I'm not. But I will tell you that Rebecca has accused Ron McGavin of a sexual impropriety. And at this point in time, my house is the only house that she's been into that she hasn't accused someone of a sexual impropriety. And up until this point, I have questioned everybody and said, what are her accusations towards me and my household? I want to know. I have asked her on her blog. I have challenged her. She's never said it about my household up until this day. And it had better not start either. This is wrong. And what people are supporting is wrong. And people getting on social media and quoting scriptures about love and hate and who is loving and who is hateful and everything else. It is not loving to support somebody who is exploiting people. It is not loving. It's not loving to anybody. It's not loving to the person that you're supporting, and it's not loving to the people surrounding them either. And while Rebecca will disparage me in direct message and however else she communicates with people, she is exploiting me, my name, and my household to this very day. It is my name that is on her GoFund thing, her latest GoFund. If you check her video, that video was made at my house and she has my name in it, despite the fact that I have asked over and over, please leave me out. Yet she does not. And I want you people that are all talking on social media and everything, I want you to understand the picture. I met a young woman on social media who told me that she was being trafficked and she was in danger of her life. I brought her here. I have supported her. I left my home for a year, an entire year, and made every court date, made every social service contact, every hospital emergency room run, and everything else. And while I'm doing this, this young woman is on social media making videos that really draw attention from people who want to hurt children. Makes these videos while she's in my household, while there are youth in my household, and brings all of this heat. And literally my household for 15 months lived as though we had 200 people that were wanting to kidnap and kill us all. I had to overcome that fear, whether it was a reality or not. Whether it was a reality that what Rebecca said was true or not, she has drawn the attention of child molesters and pedophiles, and then gives out enough identifying information about me and Wendy and our families. So really, you people need to understand, you weren't there, you haven't gone through this, and you really don't have any idea. And I'm sorry that you're being sucked into this, and I'm sorry that you're being drugged into this, but you need to listen and hear the entire story. Oh my goodness. All right, this might be a good place to stop. I don't know. I don't know if I finished with my rant or not. I haven't covered everything. I haven't covered everything by a long shot. But I will leave it at this. And people can feel free to comment. And I'm going to leave it at this. So, Lord bless you guys. Have a blessed day in Jesus' name. Amen.